Hey, welcome back to another episode of the shit of the I'm Not Lying podcast. Dang, I was really gonna say right before I finished that we should try to go without cursing this episode, but we already broke that threshold. So
You did, I didn't.
whatever.
But this is your show. So.
It's whatever. All right, so I'm here with Arthur. Working should be coming in a little bit. We still have to get Nate on the podcast, but he has class. So.
He's either in class or sleep like 90% of the time.
Yeah, I was trying to. I don't know whatever get Nate on the podcast, but I'm pretty sure we will in due time. So, what's good with you, man? How you doing?
I'm good, just class, and now I'm here, so I'm happy to be here.
That's my ass. How long did you stay in the computer lab till?
Oh, I left at 12:30. Like once class ended, I dipped.
Fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I got some segments written up here. So we're just gonna go ahead and go through them quick. So the first one's called "Let's Switch It Up." So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take prominent players, coaches, and teams, and I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna tell you. You have to tell me, or we'll have to discover each other. Which one do we think would be better?
Okay.
All right. So the first one is: who do you think would have had the better rookie season? Luka on Atlanta or Trae Young on Dallas?
Wow, that's tough. I'm gonna go with Luka in Atlanta just because he's multifaceted when it comes to skills.
Do you think Atlanta would have made the playoffs if Luka was on that team?
No. I don't think he would, because he couldn't even make Dallas into like a playoff team or even close to a playoff team. But I just don't think Trae could make it in Dallas. I think both guys though are good fits for their respective teams.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I would have to go with Luka too. I just feel like Luka would have I feel like Luka would have suited both teams better, but he definitely suits the Mavericks better than he suits Atlanta. But Trae would have been terrible.
Yeah, he would have been terrible. Like he's going against Damian Lillard, Steph, Russell Westbrook every night in the West.
Yeah, the good thing for him, like there wasn't too many prominent point guards in the East outside of Kyrie, Kemba, and Kyle Lowry. So he really had time to like focus on his game. Oh, and D-Russ.
Like even this year, I think Trae has a chance to be an All-Star in the East. Like a better chance to be an All-Star than Luka does.
He's definitely bringing home some silverware. I don't know what it is, but he's definitely gonna do something.
Right.
Let's hope he get back from that injury 100%. We don't want to rush that. All right. So number 2, who would win more Super Bowls? Belichick coaching the Bengals or Hue Jackson coaching the Patriots?
Oof. I think it goes down to leadership, so I'm gonna go with Belichick on the Bengals.
What?
Because the Bengals weren't terrible like a couple years ago. They had like the 8-0 start a few years ago. Like Hue Jackson's not a good coach.
But I feel like there's definitely teams who've done well. It's more like inspired their coach. You feel me? Like I don't think.
But Belichick like brings like a different culture, and like people will play their hearts out for him, and I feel like Hue Jackson just caused more problems. Like I think that the egos in the Patriots locker room, like something would happen if it wasn't Belichick at the head.
For me, I thought Hue would have won more.
You think a black coach would make it in New England? I don't know. You lose like 5 games and all of a sudden your family's...
Doc Rivers pulled something off.
That's true. It's basketball. I don't know.
I just feel like I feel like he would have won more just for the sole purpose of. If you look at the team that he had, it's not like Hugh had a lot of. Not like he had a lot of talent to work with, and it's not.
He
like,
had Baker Mayfield.
Okay, and he went. Okay. Well, he was like, all right, I don't know what Baker is. It was more the thing was, so he already knew he was going to lose his job. You feel me? If he had built something started around Tyrod, because Tyrod was a good quarterback the previous year. If he had built something solid around Tyrod, right, he would have kept his job. But I feel like once Tyrod got hurt and Baker started playing well, that's when Hugh's job. Like as soon as Baker won that Jets game, we was like, oh, Hugh lost his job at that point. It was just a matter of how long was Cleveland gonna string him on. But Hugh had lost his job after Baker came back in that Jets game. But I feel like it was the thing with Hugh was Hugh didn't want to start Baker because if he starts Baker and Baker like flames out, then he's definitely losing his job. At least if he starts Tyrod and then Tyrod flames out, he can be like, well, I didn't want Tyrod, I wanted Baker, so you can have that backup.
Oh, that's tough.
And also okay, so yeah, I get the whole 1-31 thing or whatever, but it's not like he had a lot of front office help.
He had, I mean, his second year, he saw Jarvis. He had Nick Chubb. Like the offense was decent enough to go better than 1-31 in 2 years. I don't know. I just think like when it comes to football, you need good leadership.
They also had a lot of like close losses. Like they definitely, and like as easy as they went like 1-31 those 2 years, they could have easily won like 10 or more games. I feel like a lot of it's not like they were getting like blown out. They weren't like getting done like the Dolphins. You feel me? It was more like the Chargers, where it's like a whole bunch of like close games, like really could have gone either way, but it just seemed like none of them, except for that one, which by the way was quarterbacked by Robert Griffin III, who currently plays for the division rival Ravens. But you know, it feels like just none of those games just went their way. I mean, I remember that Pittsburgh game. I think it was at the end of the year before they drafted Baker. They was up like 24. It was a close game. I know the final score was like 28-24 or something like that. And Pittsburgh scored like a late touchdown, and Cleveland tried to come back, and they turned the ball over in the most Cleveland way possible. So,
look who decided to show up.
Sir, yes, we're talking to you. How you doing? You need to go snag a chair for me.
All right. There's an echo in here. Echo!
Yeah, so, nah, man, I really feel like, and also the thing with Belichick coaching the Bengals is, I feel like since Cincinnati had no culture of winning beforehand, at least with the Patriots, like the Patriots already like won. I think they already won they won one Super Bowl before then, and they was in a rather weak conference. Like I think the Jets were the top team at the time that Belichick took over for the Patriots. So it's like he really didn't have much competition, especially now. I feel like that's why Belichick has been so widely touted. If you put Belichick in charge of any competitive conference, I don't think he lasts. Just for the simple fact, it's just the ups and downs. Like literally every conference, like every team that was at the top used to be at the bottom.
Do you think the Patriots roster is that talented though?
Do I think the Patriots roster is that talented?
Yeah. It's not that talented.
I know it's not that talented. You have to remember, like this year they're not that talented, but in previous years they had like easily like one of the best rosters. Easily one of the best rosters.
They never ranked the rosters ever.
What?
Ever. They've never ranked the rosters.
They've never had the rosters, so we're gonna act like that too. So they've never had like star talent name.
They have Tom Brady on the roster for the past 16 years.
Julian Edelman has been there how long?
Okay.
Rob Ninkovich was there how long before he retired? The McCourty brothers have been there for how long? Well, at least Jason, I think. I think Devin's moved around a little bit, or the other one. One of them's been moving around a lot, but I think the other one's been pretty steady.
Now the question is, who has a better chance to win the Super Bowl?
Who would win more Super Bowls? Belichick coaching the Bengals or Hue Jackson coaching the Patriots?
Oh, Belichick coaching the
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's obvious. Belichick been able to do it with so many different players.
Like who? Tell me who outside of Tom Brady. Because we're not
Okay,
gonna.
hold on. All right, this is how this. The Rams one of the best offenses last year.
Okay.
They weren't pretty good at that.
Sure.
But we the top 3 offensively.
Okay. I'm gonna pause on that Rams argument because I'm gonna hold you because one, the Rams offense was lethal at the beginning of the year. Everyone know at the end of the year, one, once Todd Gurley stopped performing well, and two, once they lost Cooper Kupp, the offense they weren't trash, but if they had lost Todd Gurley at 100% and Cooper Kupp, the Rams win that Super Bowl. Let's just get that 100%.
They do not.
The Rams win that Super Bowl. Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Belichick ran that brilliantly. The
The only way Belichick can beat prolific offenses is when the prolific offenses mess themselves up and create turnovers.
When has he not beating prolific offenses? It's too
We're not gonna ignore it. Like he didn't give up 42 points to the Eagles. We're not gonna ignore that. We're not gonna act like he didn't let Matt Ryan and the Falcons go 28-3. Granted, they won the game.
Exactly.
Granted, they did win that game. But still, we're gonna act like that 28-3 did not happen.
All I'm saying is, Hue Jackson has won nothing. Belichick has won countless things throughout different eras of the league, with different team compilations, with players who were good and he shipped out just like fine, go ahead and I'm Butler. Oh, you wanted? No one knew who you were before you got here. No one knew who you were when you were here. You had one play. I made you go ahead and play in Tennessee. That's fine. And it's a continued conveyor belt. So after a while, after having so much sustained success for so long, it can't be just because. It can't be just because he has good rosters. You can't always have a good roster. It's because he's a good coach.
But I mean, I want to give you that 100%. But the Patriots have like that 10 year, 8 year stretch where they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, they didn't just go to the Super Bowl. When was the last time?
Where they didn't win the Super Bowl. Where they didn't win the Super Bowl. So it's like, I mean, as much as I want to say, and Belichick, in my eyes, is the greatest coach, NFL coach of all time. I'm willing to give him that title. I can't think of any other coach that could build that stability. Also, just the bottom that he came from. We have to remember, Belichick was getting death threats. He was the coach of Cleveland, and people hated him. He went to New England, resurrected his career, and I think that was on the back of some pretty good rosters. I'm not saying that's all the roster, but we have to remember, Belichick was not a highly touted coach when he came to New England.
Right.
He came to New England to reinvent himself and to rebuild his brand, and it just so happened that he stayed there longer than usual.
I just think
that than was expected.
If it was basketball, then I think the talent matters, but in football, I feel like it's the coach that has more jurisdiction over the overall result of the team.
All right. Well, just gotta keep this thing moving. All right. So, who would win more MVPs? Steph in the 80s and 90s, or MJ in current day?
Steph in the 80s and 90s.
I mean, yeah, it depends on if the whole thing with that is, will they let Steph play the way Steph plays now? Right.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. Because when I was talking to Nate said MJ just for the sole purpose of.
He's from Chicago. Or he's from Illinois, so that doesn't count.
No, so
He's from Illinois.
Yeah, he's literally from right down the road. But nah, but he was like, dude, it was so physical back then. Steph would be able to survive. Literally, Steph hurt himself because someone else fell on his hand. Granted, it looked nasty. I feel like 99% of people.
Oh, someone who's like a gigantic athlete.
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, come on.
I mean, but we're not gonna act like Steph is the most durable person in the league. And if anything, he's one of the more fragile players in the league. How many playoff games has Steph missed in the past 3 years?
How many series did he go through? He's been to the end of the playoffs all those times. Just longevity, all that building up, all that injuries build up when you play that much basketball. He really doesn't have a chance to get that much rest.
MJ.
I mean, I don't see that's the thing with MJ. It's also dependent on your team. Is MJ gonna be viewed as a guy if MJ was playing today, would he be viewed as a ball hog? Would he be viewed basically as Russell Westbrook is now?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because MJ couldn't shoot threes, and
I mean, but because that goes towards your argument in a certain sense.
I feel like
MVPs.
I feel like Russell. Nah, because I feel like Russell Westbrook was. I feel like the difference between Russell Westbrook and MJ is it got to a point where MJ didn't have a point to prove. Russell Westbrook still has a point to prove, and that point is people. So the whole thing with Russell is, and the whole reason why I think he's giving so much effort is when KD got hurt, that was the year that the Thunder missed the playoffs, and so there became this narrative of the Thunder Westbrook cannot win a title without KD. Right? That became the whole notion. The whole notion of why did the Thunder give up the 3-1 lead to the Warriors is because the Thunder cannot win with Westbrook and KD cannot win with Westbrook. That was the whole thing. So literally ever since KD went to Golden State, he has had a point to prove. Even before then, he's played like he had something to prove, but now it's become more evident. Whereas MJ, he was like, I feel like before MJ started winning the titles, like people were like, all right, this is something special. You feel me? And MJ didn't really have to prove to anybody. I mean, like, yeah, he had to win titles. He had to prove he could get past the Pistons, but the Pistons were already in a decline, so that wasn't really that big of an issue. But I feel like with MJ wasn't, I'm not going to say under as much pressure, but MJ didn't really have a negative light. He didn't really have to prove anybody wrong necessarily. He had to prove people right. If
Right,
that
but
makes sense.
MJ also had the teammates that Russ hasn't had since KD left. Like the best player to play with Russ since KD left was probably like Oladipo or Steven Adams.
Nah, I would probably give it to Steven Adams. Right. Oladipo wasn't Oladipo yet.
And MJ's had Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen.
So y'all just gonna put your game about Paul George as a player?
Oh right, Paul George, yeah. But I mean, Paul
George shortest. I mean, he disappeared in that Jazz series.
Yeah,
he sure did disappear in that Jazz series.
Yeah, but he did have his best season ever there.
Yeah, nothing in the
statistically.
Yeah.
Statistically, but I mean,
that's tough.
But nah, I'll probably give it to Steph just because they weren't defending the three like that, and it was Steph. And if they, like Morgan said, if they let Steph play how Steph plays, yeah, he's easily dropping like 50 a night, like no sweat. Yeah. The only thing is they didn't play zone back then, so Steph would have had to man up. So I feel like
run that man off the screen and he's fine. Oh, defensively?
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing with the Steph argument is I believe it, but he's gonna get beat up. So I don't know how you. I feel like, ooh, but nah. I feel like because if MJ's best season, if you put that up against Westbrook's and Harden's best season, or even Giannis or Kawhi's best season, anything like that, MJ wouldn't. I don't think MJ would finish in the top 2. I feel like he would finish 3rd or 4th amongst those other 4 players.
Yeah.
At least in today's game.
We also didn't really see MJ play.
Honestly, that is true.
Yeah.
Our only remnants of him was him in that faded ass blue and gold Wizards jersey.
I don't have any memory of that, so at all.
All right. So, which duo would win more titles? LeBron and MJ, MJ and Kobe, or Kobe and LeBron?
LeBron and MJ, without a doubt.
Yeah, I feel like Kobe and MJ, like there'd be so many fights, like literal fists.
That's worse than Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah,
like the egos.
Oh no, they'd be like going at each other, like they'd be literally about to kill each other.
Right. And then Kobe's just a worse version of MJ in like a lot of people's estimation. So Kobe and LeBron wouldn't be that.
I noticed you said a lot of people's estimation. Is that your estimation?
I mean, as a person from LA, I still see Kobe as the GOAT.
That's crazy.
Geez, that's wild.
I'm just saying.
I don't know, cause alright, so for me,
He ain't even the best player to play on the Lakers. He's like the 4th best player to play on the Lakers.
Okay, I would
He's
say
better than
4.
Okay, 3rd. Okay.
Nah, I wouldn't even
LeBron, Magic, Kobe.
LeBron.
LeBron's a better player. He plays on the Lakers.
say, bro, that is
60 games.
Okay,
He's still better. I didn't say he's a better Laker. I said he's a better player.
Yeah,
Player.
alright, I was about to say you better have made that distinguish. Yeah, better distinguish. But to your point, I feel like Kobe probably 3rd or 4th. Yeah, 3rd makes sense. 3rd or 4th. But as far as greatest Lakers, he's probably 1st or 2nd.
Second.
He was there
The
20
only
years. All-time
person
leading scorer.
I would put ahead of Kobe is Magic.
Yeah.
Only person I can put it. Only person because they both have like 5 titles. Right?
Yeah. Kobe scored more points.
Well, yeah.
Magic Johnson has 4 assists. Alright, but I don't know. I feel like that Kobe and LeBron tandem would be nice because.
Would it though?
Yeah, because I just feel like
They're both guys who like need the ball in their hands. I guess all those guys need the ball.
Yeah,
in
they
their hands.
all need balls in their hand. Well, pause on that. Well,
I mean, I'm just thinking about it like, would be more interesting? I feel like Kobe would be better playing off the ball than MJ would be though. So if you have LeBron running point and you have Kobe like playing off the ball, then that's better. But if I'm going like clutch defensive, I need to stop. I'm taking LeBron and MJ.
Yeah. All right. So here's my thing. I feel like LeBron and MJ would win the most titles, and that's the name of the question. Kobe and LeBron would be the better regular season team. They would be like the I don't know who's a good. They'll be like the Rockets essentially. Terrific in the regular season, but lets everyone down in the postseason. And then I feel like MJ and Kobe would just be like a terrific thing to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, number 5. There's 8 of these, by the way. Who would have the more successful career? Usain Bolt as a kick returner or LeBron as a tight end?
Usain Bolt as a kick returner.
LeBron as a tight end. LeBron as a tight end.
Really?
Usain Bolt's a little too like big. I feel like he's like too tall.
And he's so
Cordell
fast.
Patterson,
Yeah.
hello. Do this
Bro,
thing.
there's 11 people coming at this man. You can't run around everybody. Y'all understand how fast.
Cordell Patterson.
Right.
Cordell Patterson.
But he does it though.
Bro is big, dog. Bro is huge. I mean,
But
my pick for this is LeBron at the time.
Yeah,
but
but
I
you
feel
can't-
like Usain Bolt, if you get that man a seam, he's gone. He's not going to juke anybody out. But if you get that man like a wide open lane, bro, it is dust.
Right, but that's so much better than
It is
LeBron
dust.
every single play just being big, just going like that, and being able to jump
That's
higher than
true.
everybody.
That's true. Yeah, I'll change my answer. Y'all convince me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. But Usain Bolt as a kick returner would be lethal.
No, you'd be good as a kick returner, yeah.
Lethal. You just set that man up a wall along the sideline. It's raps. It's raps. All right. So, who would win in a game of pickup basketball? The Little Giants or the Little Rascals?
What kind of question is that?
I'm asking the important question.
I don't even know what the Little Giants are.
You don't. What?
Is that a movie?
Yes. You've
The
never
heck?
seen the movie with the Little Giants where like it's
Wait
this,
a
like,
minute.
It's like this football team, and then like the little kid just
Actually,
stick him on his hand.
my science teacher showed us this movie in 7th grade. I did watch this movie. Oh, they definitely beat the Little Rascals. The heck? The Little Rascals are like 5 years old.
There it is. I mean, were the Little Giants a football team?
Yeah.
Were the Little Rascals a football team?
No.
Okay.
But it's a game of pickup basketball.
Oh, got me.
I don't know. I feel like the little Rascals got some shooters.
They have the black guy. They have a tall guy in Alfalfa.
Oh yeah, Alfalfa definitely like swatting shit.
Yeah, but Little Rascals weren't playing little sports though.
Right.
You act like the Little Giants, the whole pros at that movie was like they was literally trash and shit.
But didn't they get good?
No, literally the highlight of the movie is not even them winning the game, is them scoring a touchdown. I think. No. I think they do win a game at the end, right?
That's more of an accomplishment than what the Little Rascals did.
Yeah.
What?
What did they do? Win a race? Like a driving race?
They did have like a dog.
Yeah.
An alfalfa, yeah. That's all I remember.
You know how much work it is to get a dog, folks? hey, all I know is the Little Giants cheated in that shit. They should have been disqualified because that little black boy sure did use stick 'em. Sure did use stick 'em.
So you're saying the Little Rascals would win?
I'm not saying they would win, but y'all acting like it's gonna be. It's obvious that they would win.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn, that shit.
One at least plays sports, even if they're bad at it.
All right. So on to the next one. Who would win in a home run derby? Madison Bumgarner or Shohei Ohtani?
Shohei.
Yeah, sure.
The heck?
Yeah.
One is actually a
Yeah.
DH. The other is just a pitcher
pitcher
that
that hits
happens to
well.
hit well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even close.
Wait, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna say Bumgarner?
I just would like to see it.
I'd like to see it. I think he'd hit like 3 in a.
Ooh, nah.
I mean, it is a home
Nah,
run.
and like the traditional like format, I feel like Shohei will probably hit like I don't know, cause I feel like Bumgarner would definitely hit more than 3. I think he'll like hit like 6 or 7.
Shohei is still like Shohei hit like 20 in his rookie season. So
All right. So, one game out of retirement. Who has the best game? Shaq, Kobe, or D Wade?
Right now, D-Wade.
yeah, the youngest
Yeah,
person.
the youngest one. Like, fresh out of retirement?
Fresh out of retirement.
Like, okay, so
let's say just like at the end of the year, the Kings can only field 4 players and they need a 5th.
and everyone has just retired in this scenario.
Sure. No.
Because if
If
everyone
that's the
has,
case, then it's Kobe.
No.
if that's the case, it's still D-Wade.
It's Kobe. Kobe dropped 60 in his last game.
Bro,
He still dropped 60.
60.
All that matters is that he dropped 60. How much did D Wade drop his last
I
game?
think like 40, right? No.
Less. He dropped like the same amount as Dirk. It was like 30. That's half of Kobe.
That's crazy. He was actually contributing though.
I'm about to say D Wade was still hitting like buzzer beaters.
Nah, D-Wade was on the best player on that team now.
Yeah, I'm about to
It was
say
the
he.
Heat.
I'm about to say he damn near got the Heat to the playoffs.
The second best player was like Justice Winslow.
Yeah.
Hassan Whiteside,
Eh.
Dion
Nah,
Waiters.
Dion who?
What? Okay, we're not going to disrespect Dion
Wade
Waiters.
wasn't even playing, I don't think, last year.
I thought he was. I know he got hurt sometime.
He got hurt and fat. Yeah. I don't think he was
Yeah.
playing.
All right, so
No, my man got a triple-double in his last game. 25, 11, and 10.
That's less than 60.
go,
That's still a nice balanced stat line.
go.
Did he win?
Also, didn't Kobe take like 50 shots?
He did take 50 shots.
Yes.
But he scored 60.
Yeah, nah, I'm sorry.
Nah, I think they lost.
Kobe won in his last game.
They put the Jazz.
Hey,
And they weren't even good yet. I don't think.
I'm not.
They weren't
yeah,
good.
yeah, the Jazz weren't good yet.
Well, I mean, I'm not. Okay, at least D-Wade played a playoff team. He played the Nets, but they're still a playoff team at that point.
barely.
Yeah.
And also, if you watch that game from beginning to end, they was clearly like you could tell, like, all right, the Jazz are just gonna give this one up. It was honestly just like, all right, Kobe, go ahead and get this 60 burger from us. Like, they didn't even try to put up a fight. Like, it was raps. That was probably like the most like I'm not gonna say like to get 60 is good, but that was probably like the most like a 60-point performance.
He dropped like 16 in the last 2 minutes. That was honestly probably the most impressive game I've seen since Kobe's 81-point game.
Okay. Yeah, nah, I don't know about most impressive game.
It is that I've seen in basketball. That was probably the most memorable game of
That was
the
probably
2016 season.
the most hype game with the 2016 season. Probably was that.
Yeah.
But I want to say the most impressive game since his 81.
I think so.
Well, he's not that impressive of a player, so.
Whoa. Who have the Pelicans had?
They had Anthony Davis, y'all's new savior.
You're right.
All right. So the next segment is called Blurred Lines, and essentially, what's the thing is, so we're taking like parts of other sports teams or leagues, and we're incorporating it into other sports leagues, and we're determining whether or not it would work.
Okay.
So number one, should college teams be allowed to tank for better recruits?
Ooh. Is this just FCS teams?
No, like the whole.
FCS and
So like should teams at like should there be like I don't know like teams that like tank or whatever you get like an automatic bid on like 2 recruits?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting wrinkle. I mean, it'd make it more like the NFL. Yeah, we actually have like.
Howard would have a chance.
Maybe getting all the recruits.
Right.
all the recruits. Everybody in DC come to Howard.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Why do we have a
Imagine we had Dwayne Haskins. Like, bro.
Why do we have a segment every single time we just kick dirt on Howard's football program?
We should.
We've had it so far.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm gonna make that a thing. All right, number 2. Should the college football playoff expand to 6 teams with the top 2 seeds getting a bye with a 3, 6, 4, 5 wild card round?
I think it should expand. Yeah.
Because everyone's saying 8, but I'm like, I feel like 8 is too big. I definitely feel like 8 is too big. That opens up, like I don't know. I just feel like that's too open.
The question would just be like the predictability. If the top two teams get a bye, then they already have another advantage over whoever they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all right. So hold on, let me check. I'm gonna look and see who is in the top 8 right now as far.
Bama, LSU, Clemson, Ohio State. That's 4. Penn State. Who else? Probably. Well, Georgia may not be back in there yet.
No, Georgia's number 8.
Oh,
I know
Oregon.
Georgia is 8.
Oregon and then UGA.
Let me see. It's LSU, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Penn State, Florida, Oregon, Georgia.
Florida. Florida.
See, I feel like this year, if they wanted to pitch a 18 playoff, this year would be the perfect year to pitch that, because now there's so many like prolific teams in the FBS. But if they wanted to pitch that shit like the past couple of years, where you would have had like Auburn and UCF and fucking.
I would have been more interested in UCF in there than I am to see Oregon in there this
Whoa,
year.
we need some Pac-12 recognition.
Let the Pac-12 get good and then they get some recognition.
I'm about to say, let the
It's
Pac-
been so long.
let the Pac-12 like.
It's because
build up some rep.
we beat up on each other. That's
Y'all
why.
really
Didn't Washington State? Didn't they like win the Pac-12 and just get destroyed by somebody?
Washington.
Yeah,
Who won the Pac-12 last year?
Washington State.
Yeah, and then just got demolished, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or am I
We,
mis-
No,
we were
I'm
tired
pretty
from
sure-
beating
I'm
each
pretty
other
sure- I'm
up
pretty sure you're
throughout
right. I'm
the
pretty
season.
sure you're right. Let me see.
Y'all already talked about Nats?
What?
Y'all talked about the Nats yet?
Nah, not yet.
Nah.
Wow.
Go Nats! Woo!
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they lost to Washington State. No, they weren't that good last year.
Was it
Well, no,
Washington?
never mind. I'm looking at this year. My bad.
I want to say, what are you looking at? I'm trying to find it. All right, pulling it up. History. That's the Washington Cougars bowl game.
Justin Herbert.
No, they won. They beat Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State. Ooh.
Nah, but the year before they got blown out by Michigan State 42-17. So I mean that's still a pretty valid point. But yeah. So all right. So number 3, should the NBA use the 7-10, 8-9 winner take all wild card round?
The 7 what?
7-10, 8-9.
Like
Oh,
one game?
One game.
No.
7, 8, 9. 7, 10, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So you can let the 10 seed in, potentially in.
Who was the 10 seed last year? What, the Lakers, wasn't it? So you would have Lakers against
The NBA playoffs are just too long to me.
Lakers against
There's already
the-
too many teams. Like,
you would have the Lakers against the Spurs and the what's the 9 seed? Was it the Pelicans? No.
No.
The King. And then the Kings against the
yeah, I think it was the Kings.
The
But,
Kings against the-
like, well, 8 teams is already too much. Like, we're recognizing teams that are on the bottom half in the league.
I feel like you're only saying that because the bottom, like the 5 to 8 seeds of the East is so trash.
Yeah.
The West is like.
The West is good, but
I mean,
West
but
is-
I don't
West is
see teams in
stacked.
the West where it's like 6 through like 9 to 10 is competitive, but like 5 and above, it's like that's a different class.
Yeah, that's like another echelon.
So they're not beating those teams anyway, even if they're if on the bottom it's competitive to get into the like one of the playoff spots.
All right. Should the NCAA install a system of promotion and relegation to ensure a balance of power?
The NCAA?
Yeah.
No.
Like amongst divisions. So if Division II schools, like the conference champions, move up, and the bottom teams and conferences move down.
I think there's too much of a drop off.
Yeah,
I think NFL should do that, or like professional sports teams in the U.S. should do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like who?
I mean, the MLS could do it right now. They have like the USL or whatever. They could do that like today.
Oh yeah, they definitely could do that. They have 3 sports leagues that they could do that. They have the MLS, USL, and the damn, what's the name of the other one? MLS, USL. Why can't I think of it? It'll come to me later. so. I say yes. That's for the simple fact, because you have that one school in like who was in Division 3 just whooped everybody.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then they couldn't, and then their conference like kicked them out of a conference, which I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could have banned a team from a conference, but
I mean, if your thing happens, then Howard would become a D2 school, and that would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
but
Also,
then we would
Howard,
actually win some games. Guys.
Yeah, but we'd be a D2 school.
So what?
I'd rather be a crappy D1 school
Same.
than a really good D2 school.
Also, how would that affect like funding and money?
I mean, as far as like TV rights go, they televise the D2 playoffs, so we would get television money. We don't.
They wouldn't make it to the D2 playoffs either.
I don't know. I feel like there are definitely high schools that could beat us.
Yeah.
Like modern day,
Yeah.
IMG.
Oh, for sure. No, they blow us up. Yeah. I think like this.
They Soto, Allen.
I think we should have like whoever was like a 4A or 5A state champion in Texas should play us.
Right. That would be competitive.
Yeah.
That would be fun to watch.
That would be really
I
competitive.
would enjoy watching that show. Jeez. Should the FBS use the 10 conference champions as seeds for the college football playoffs?
No.
It's a lot.
I mean, because like,
then
you have like garbage Pac-12 team in there.
Whoa.
So my thing is, one, it incentivizes teams who aren't in conferences to get in a conference. Or you're not getting
Like Notre Dame?
Notre Dame, yes. That literally, yes. Like, no.
There's just too much of a drop off.
Yeah.
Like after like the SEC, and then Clemson with the ACC, and then like Big Ten.
Because I feel like it'll be even. You feel me? 'Cause
Maybe
then-
have the
because you'll
just
have
like the
one-
Big Ten, Big 12, SEC, and ACC.
Nah.
That's
Big,
it.
Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC.
Yeah, that's it.
Nah.
That's like if you do that, then maybe. But like, no one wants to see like whoever wins the conference that Wyoming
Conference
did.
USA.
Yeah.
I mean, Boise
Alright,
State
actually, I
wins
can see
that.
the conference USA winner in there.
Boise State wins the
Tulane.
West like damn near every year. I don't know. I feel like Boise State would be the one school that I'm interested in watching play all these other schools. That's like not like that's not like a Power 5.
Five, yeah.
I feel like Boise State should be a Power 5. Like they need to just stop playing themselves because they've been too good for too long. They've been ranked for too long. They've been like beating up on like all like
Like
these
San
others.
Diego State.
Exactly. Like, dude, come on now. But the one thing that makes me mad about Boise State is they literally already have always every year have some one BS loss to some BS school that nobody can explain except for the fact that they're Boise State. So stuff like that happens.
They're like the Gonzaga of.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I feel like that's just a West Coast thing in general.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't know how to go undefeated. Y'all always gotta lose to somebody.
Sorry.
Damn. Y'all always gotta take an L. Like it's
You're right.
it's impossible to dodge. And it's always an L against on some.
On St. Mary's or Pepperdine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always L is some stupid shit. Alright.
St. Mary's is a good basketball team now.
They're like the second best team, in the West Coast Conference.
Yeah.
Alright, so should the NFL put the Pro Bowl at the trade deadline like other sports leagues?
Put the Pro Bowl at the trade deadline?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Because players don't even
Players-
try now.
right.
They would not risk injury at all to play in the Pro Bowl. If it was like in the middle of the season.
I mean, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
I think
I just feel like
So, like in-
because it gives like players some rest.
That's true.
Like you give them like the Pro Bowl and then a week off.
No, I definitely agree that there should be like a week for every team to take a break in the season.
Yeah, this is how I would do it. I would do the Pro Bowl. I would do the Pro Bowl and then have a week off after the fact. Like, so like just have like every team's bye week be the week after the Pro Bowl. So that way you don't have to shorten the season any. You can still have the week in between, and then the week that you have using the Pro Bowl, you can just use that as a buffer week in between the regular season and the postseason, or you can have another regular season game and then start the postseason. and then you can just keep going from there.
Are you saying that every team would have the same bye then?
Yeah.
I mean, it would make things more even,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think with like moving the date of the Pro Bowl, I think baseball should do that with the home run derby and move that to the end of the season. But it's hard to see the Pro Bowl like not at the end of the season.
Yeah. Score 45 to 37 every year anyway. Yeah. I mean, I do think they should like alter like a lot of the different like all-star games and stuff just to make them a little more fun and competitive. Because like right now you're just tuning in like just to watch the athletes like do just like pass 80-yard passes to each other and like alley-oops and stuff. But I mean that's cool, but like the game doesn't really matter. So if they could add some kind of incentive to the game, that'd be cool.
Like money or something.
Yeah. They already did. There's already money incentive. I think whoever wins the Pro Bowl gets. I know the one with the NBA and the NFL is whoever wins the Pro Bowl. I can't remember, but one is $1 million, one is $500,000, and then for the MLB-based All-Star game, it's home field advantage.
Yeah, they just changed it though because it wasn't fair. Like when Derek Jeter had his last season, like everyone was letting him just like do whatever he wanted in the All-Star game until the American League won, and that affected the World Series home field advantage. So they got rid of that. So I don't know. I think like the only incentive you can give is like money, or just like giving more money.
Alright, so on to the next one. This is called Pick Six. I'm just giving you 6 games that's coming up. You give me your picks. Alright, first one we got Vikings at Chiefs on Sunday at 1 p.m.
Is Mahomes in? Is he out?
I think he's out.
I think he's out.
Vikings, yeah.
Vikings.
Even though Chiefs play the Patriots pretty well.
Yeah, and they're at home at Arrowhead. It's a good fan base.
You mean the Packers? They haven't played the Patriots yet.
Oh, excuse me, yeah, the Packers, my bad.
Yeah. Oh. I'll also thing on the Packers. Packers aren't a Super Bowl team for me. They're not.
Packers are not?
No.
You think the Saints are gonna win?
You lit Matt Moore scored 24 points. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Drew Brees is gonna put like 48 in their head real quick. Everyone's like, oh, after the Bears, this defense is for real. They're just playing Mitch Trubisky.
Nah, I'm sorry. It's gonna the Packers aren't getting past the
Saints
division round.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
not getting past the division.
Oh,
It's gonna be the Niners and the Saints in the conference championship.
No, the Niners aren't that good.
Yeah, they're not.
They just beat up on the Panthers, dude. We already know the Panthers are trash.
With Kyle, I was so happy for that loss. Oh my god. Oh, bro.
It never felt better to get beaten by 40. Huh?
It never felt better. Oh man. People were literally saying y'all should trade Cam Newton. I was like, the whole reason we drafted Will Greer is because we didn't think Kyle Allen was ready. So relax.
Right.
Hot take: the 49ers lose this weekend against the Cardinals. I'm saying that.
That is a hot take.
One that's tonight.
Oh, it's tonight?
Yes.
Even better.
A Thursday night game?
I'll be proven even more correct.
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think that. Okay, so the one thing about that is we're just gonna take a quick detour. Is I feel like teams they have to do an honest pass rush. They can't rush to contain the outside around for Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray is too quick. If you ever see Kyler Murray play, he doesn't roll out around defensive ends. He cuts in through the middle. So it's like if you try to contain him and hold the outside, he's just gonna cut right in between. And that's what the 49ers do a lot of. They do a lot of edge rushing coming around the outside to get you from the side. But if Kyler Murray gets a whiff of that, he's out of there. And another thing with the Niners is they haven't really played a mobile quarterback yet.
Okay.
So and they still got to play Russell Wilson. So maybe Russell Wilson will expose them, or maybe Kyler Murray will do it tonight. Who knows? But I feel like if the Cardinals want to win, they have to let Kyler Murray use his legs. They have to.
Yeah.
If the Niners rush how they typically do rush, which is.
I still think the Niners are gonna win. They're gonna be 0-8 after today, or 8-0. My bad.
All right. So you got the 1-6 Jets against the 0-7 Dolphins. The line is the Jets by 3 points.
The Jets are only getting 3 points?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. They're going to win.
They're gonna win by like 2 touchdowns by 14.
I think they'll win by like 10.
Also, interesting stat: Sam Darnold, 1 touchdown and 6 interceptions in his 2 career games against the Dolphins.
But apparently he's
Wow.
still better than Baker Mayfield.
You know, he plays great against the good teams.
He does play great against good teams, so
Yeah.
I will continue to hold that.
I mean, you can hold that. Go ahead. Hold on to it.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the Dolphins in this one. I feel like this is where the Dolphins get their first one.
What? They're trying to lose.
That doesn't.
Oh, Akeem Talib makes a difference?
No, so Keith Talib was on IR. He literally has nothing to do with it. See, they're trying to lose into their Fitz magic. I feel like the power of Fitz magic overrules the power of trying to lose. I don't think the Dolphins are just gonna go just 0-16. I doubt that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's look
I'm not.
All right, so after this, they play the Colts.
That's an L.
That's an L.
They play the Bills.
That's an L.
L.
They play the Browns.
L.
That's an L.
They play the late season Eagles, who you know are going to be trying to get to the playoffs. That's an L.
That's an L.
They play the Dolphins. No, yeah, they play the Jets again, but this time in New York.
That's an L.
Well, in New Jersey. They play the Giants.
Oh.
Here you go. This is your one right
That's
here.
Yeah.
This is Dolphins Bengals.
That's
Ooh.
the fight for number 1.
That's high, yeah.
Right.
I can see that. Bro, that would be amazing. If literally like they both go in at 0-15 and they reach like a 0-0 tie. That would be literally the most Bengals and Dolphins way
Right.
to end the season. I would pay to see that. That's something I would pay to see. I would pay good money to watch that happen.
So if both teams are 0-14 going into this game, are you gonna buy a ticket to Miami?
Yes. Yes. With the quickness. I would, oh my gosh. That's the Tool Bowl right there.
That is.
That is the Tool Bowl.
This is Joe Burrow.
Bro.
That's what I said. Bro. I can't say it, yeah.
Bro.
Honestly, as long as they manage to get bottom 2, I feel like they'll be fine.
Yeah, and they will. Like, honestly, both teams should just give up on the season.
Yeah.
For the sake of their players and the sake of the team's reputation.
Thank God they already mentioned Andy Dalton. You know when I'm getting hurt. He's a future of the franchise.
Exactly. you want to get your franchise quarterback out.
Yeah. What are you doing? All the games he's won so far.
Exactly. All the playoff games he's taken me to.
Yeah,
Marvin Lewis as the coach.
How, like all those he won, right?
Ha 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 ha. All right. Let me just say for the record that Blake Bortles won the playoff game, so I don't want to hear nothing about a quarterback has to be good to win a playoff game.
Oh,
okay. Blake Bortles won the playoff game. Granted, on the back of a legendary defense, damn near big Bill Belichick. So there you go. So next up, we have the Lions at the Raiders. Oakland is favored by 2 points. Sunday at 4:05 p.m.
Raiders have been good.
They have been good. But do you trust their defense against Matt Stafford? Is the question.
Has Matt Stafford been putting up numbers?
He's been okay.
He's been alright. He damn near beat them.
Matt Stafford's Matt
Yeah,
Stafford.
usually like 400 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, something like that.
Yeah.
That's honestly the most
Matt
Matt
Schaub.
Stafford. I feel like all Matts throw like that. Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, Matt Schaub.
Right.
If your name is Matt, you're throwing 400 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Maybe the team can't run the ball.
I think the Raiders win.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
Raiders win by 3. It's gonna be close.
I'm gonna say Raiders win by 6.
Whoa, Matt Stafford's only thrown 4 interceptions this year?
Right.
Go.
crazy.
Detroit. I don't know.
Is the game in Detroit or
No, it's in Oakland.
Oakland? Yeah, Raiders by 3.
All right, y'all ready for this one? Raptors at the Bucks Saturday at 8 p.m.
Bucks.
Bucks.
Easy.
Yeah.
You trust
Bucks are 2-2.
So?
Raptors are 4-1.
the Raptors have had an easy
Bucks
schedule.
lost to the Pacers.
The Bucks are actually going to try, and they're just more talented than Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet.
I mean,
How
the
much?
Raptors
A lot.
beat the Pelicans. They lost to the Celtics. They beat the Magic and the Bulls.
Exactly.
And the Pistons.
The Kings would be 4-1 with that schedule.
Yeah, the one loss
But-
against the Pelicans.
But the Kings lost to the Suns, so are the Suns legit? Da-da-da-da-da.
Did y'all already do that question? Did I miss the Are the Suns legit question?
And are the Kings better than the Warriors?
Oh, that is
The 0-5 Kings.
Believe it or not, that's actually up next.
I mean, now that maybe not.
That is actually up next.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten there yet. So coming up, we have Georgia at Florida. Georgia is favored by a touchdown Saturday at 3:30.
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah. By like 6.
I mean, Georgia. I think they're
Do you
so
trust Jake Fromm? Are you willing? I don't.
absolutely not.
Exactly.
But who's
Exactly.
quarterback?
Kyle Trask. He's pretty good, actually. He's pretty good.
His name is Trash.
Right.
Trask, 1. 2, he dodged y'all for 3 touchdowns. I mean, he dodged y'all for 3 touchdowns.
Who, LSU?
No, Florida.
No, I'm saying, but like he played well against LSU. but
Yeah, he did play well against LSU. He's been pretty good. And he's
I think Georgia has a better defense than LSU, though. I don't think he's gonna play that well against. I also think that people are really speculative on UGA because that South Carolina lost, but UGA is still very good.
Yeah, UGA is still a very good team. Jake Fromm just threw 3 interceptions to the same guy on the same side of the field, and one of them got returned for a pick 6.
I mean, they almost won a championship last year with Jake Fromm, who was trash then, he's trash now. So
That's wild, though. You really think about it. Like, how many close chances have Georgia had at the thing? Because they lost in the finals. They lost in the championship game 1 year.
Yeah, 2018.
It was what year was it? So they lost my freshman year.
Yeah.
They beat Oklahoma last year. Oh, no, that's the same year. I'm sorry. Take. And then, so they lose the championship game, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Last year they lose in the SEC championship game, so they don't go. I don't know. Maybe they just like the Bills, you know. No, and the Bills in the sense like they're good, but they can't win. Win the final game. Like the Bills had lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
Right.
You have to be sick to lose. I want to get in contact with someone in Buffalo and ask them how did it feel to watch your team lose 4 straight Super Bowls. I mean, that's 4 years of torment. And then you didn't win a playoff game since. Like, that is just wild to me.
Sad.
That is wild to me. All right, and then you have Virginia Tech, 5-2 Virginia Tech against 5-2 Notre Dame. Notre Dame is favored by 17.5.
come on, why you even? This is so disrespectful.
Saturday at
for you to do. Notre Dame's winning this.
I mean,
So
no,
disrespectful.
I'm talking about the line.
The 17
I'm talking
point
about the
line.
I don't like that line at all.
That's a lot.
They got
That's
humiliated by Michigan. Straight, bro. They got straight trashed by Michigan. All right, trashed
wrong.
by Michigan.
They're still a 16 seed.
Yeah.
They shit. They're too high.
I mean, yeah.
Look, if you get beat by 31 points by John Harbaugh's Michigan, something is terribly wrong with your friend, with your program.
No, it's been.
And you were ranked higher than him.
Right.
And you went to the college football playoff last year with the same quarterback and same pretty much every. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't see the logic.
Notre Dame really hasn't had a quality win yet. So I mean, the U.S.
Bowling Green? That's a that's quality.
Bowling Green. I mean, they did beat USC by
by 3.
Yeah, but still,
I mean, USC are 3-3.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's USC. They're tired.
Jeez.
This guy.
I don't know. I just feel like Notre Dame should be like 20th, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the smackdown on USC too.
Alright, so y'all ready for hot takes?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I believe.
Wait. You're doing hot takes?
Yeah,
That's what you do. You call something a hot take when you're like, nah, Andy Dalton's the future.
Right.
he's
The Little Rascals can beat the Little Giants.
That was actually a pretty cool take. Actually, I feel like that was safe. But all right, so Thunder still goes to the playoffs.
What?
I believe the Thunder still go to the playoffs.
Are you on drugs?
Bro, I genuinely believe the Thunder still go to the playoffs.
How? With what roster?
They're not complete. Everyone thinks, since they got rid of Paul George and like Russell Westbrook, that they completely like scrapped everything.
They did. That's exactly what they did.
What happened. But also, besides the roster, are they better than the Spurs? Mike?
I'm thinking.
They're not even better than the Pelicans.
All right.
Roster-wise, no.
Okay, are they better than the Jazz?
The Jazz don't look terrible.
Are they better than the Lakers?
Of course not.
Are they better than the Rockets?
Look, the Thunder are going to be like a solid AC.
I'm going to not give you 10 teams
Right.
that are better than them.
I mean,
Are they better than even the Warriors right now? Like, D'Lo and the Warriors are going to be better than the
hell no.
Thunder. That's a
Hell,
fact.
White?
That's a fact. Are they better than the Trailblazers?
No. They
The
only
Clippers?
they only lost to the Trailblazers by 3. They only lost to the Rockets by 4.
Bro,
Those are still L's.
Bro, they're not even better than the Suns. Your beloved Suns.
Right.
They're not better than the Nuggets. They're not better than the Timberwolves. They're not better than the Mavericks.
Ooh, I don't know about that Timberwolves.
What? Carl Anthony Towns is going crazy this year. Also, the Thunder are 1-4 this year. What makes you think that they're gonna turn that around?
Nah, folks, I still believe in the Thunder. I still feel like they can still go to the playoffs. They just gotta get themselves together.
I mean, yeah, they only lost by 30 to the Warriors. So, yeah, They only lost by 5 to the Jazz. They lost to the Wizards, which is it's not a good loss.
The Wizards gave the Rockets 158 in a 1-point loss. I refuse to.
Yeah, and the Rockets have 159. What's your point?
I refuse to believe that the Wizards are a bad loss. I refuse to believe that the Wizards are a bad loss.
The Wizards have won one game, and that's their one win.
But you wanted to tell you, the Pelicans only won one game. If you want,
Actually, they haven't won any games yet.
The Pelicans haven't won any yet. I could have sworn it was like, who the fuck? Oh yeah, y'all play Denver tonight.
Yeah, that's another L.
That's no, baby.
Believe it or not, the line is only Denver by 4.
Wow.
Won't back down. Pels. I mean, that's
Y'all really might not win a game until Zion comes back.
But that is
We're playing the Thunder in the game after that. So we got one dub.
Alright, so get ready for another one. I feel like if Tua goes to any team that does not find stability quick, he will fail.
Yeah, it's like every quarter.
So he's gonna fail because he's gonna end up on a team that's not stable.
Well, I don't know because the Cardinals weren't stable before Kyler got there, but they built stability because they got Cliff Kingsbury. They got their shit together. They pretty much like changed house and brought in a new.
Are the Jets stable?
They were stable last year.
They were?
Yeah, but when they drafted Sam Darnold, there was a pretty stable organization. Like
They won like 4 games.
Right.
that doesn't mean they weren't stable.
Yes, it does.
That
Oh, you're right. They're stably bad. They were before that. I think they won 3 games. Last year they won 4. And they're on pace for like 3 again this year. So yeah, they're stable.
No, I mean like they had structure. Everyone like understood. Like, okay. So here's my thing with the Jets. The whole thing with the Jets is the Jets literally they.
Yeah, go ahead, cape up for Sam Darnold. Yep, he's great. Yeah, just go ahead.
No, people forget how horrifically bad their quarterback situation was last year. I want you to look up Christian
that's because Sam Darnold was their quarterback.
New York Jets highlights. I want you to look up Bryce Petty's New York Jets highlights. I promise you will stop watching after the first minute. It was so bad.
Wait, so the Jets' history at quarterback is worse than the Cleveland Browns? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Oh no. Trust
Okay.
Me, trust me, their history at quarterback is definitely letting y'all by a long shot.
So
If if Mark Sanchez could go to 2 straight AFC Championship games, y'all have a ways to go before you pass the Jets as far as quarterbacks. But Baker Mayfield is a bright spot, so we'll see what happens.
I'm looking at Christian Hackenberg's Jets highlights right now.
it was good, huh?
Yeah, you know.
Bro, that was like I remember I used to like watch the games because they were like pretty good quarterbacks in college. Christian Hackenberg
Right.
from Penn State and
Yeah.
Bryce Petty from Baylor. So I'm like, speaking of Baylor, Baylor's undefeated.
Are they?
Yeah, Baylor's like 7-0. They play West Virginia tonight. They have a whole bunch of tough games coming. Actually, no. They have TCU, which I feel like they can win. Then they have Oklahoma.
They're about to be 8-1 or 9-1.
They're gonna lose to Texas as well. And Kansas is gonna give them a run.
Baylor doesn't play.
They're gonna
Baylor
drop
beat
from-
Kansas State.
No, Kansas.
They're gonna drop
of
from
course.
12.
Kansas
to,
don't give everybody a run.
they're gonna drop from 12 to like 20 by the end of the year.
Nah, I feel like they're gonna.
They're losing at least.
They're losing
2
one.
games.
They're definitely losing one. I don't know about 2.
They're only 12 because they're undefeated. If they were undefeated, they would be like a high teen. And I think they're gonna lose 2 more games.
They played nobody. They played Kansas State. That was their best win.
Nah, Iowa State's a pretty good win. Texas, they don't have like great wins. You feel me? They don't have like the Oklahoma beating Texas kind of win or that LSU beating Texas. They don't have
And
like,
Auburn and Florida.
Yeah, they don't have like those kind of wins, but they have solid wins against solid teams. Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State. They're all of those are pretty solid teams. So it's one against them, especially how they beat Oklahoma State. They was down like 24-27 heading into the fourth quarter. They scored like 3 touchdowns in span of like 4 minutes, and then they just held on and won the game. So I feel like Baylor. I'm gonna say Baylor's back, but they're definitely not. All right, so everyone needs a hero. So hero for Rookie of the Year. Let's hear it.
I already told you that.
Let's hear it.
No.
Before the season started, I said Tyler Hero was a dark horse. That's you, Mike. And
Tyler, I don't even know if Tyler Hero's the best rookie on his team.
my man scored like almost 28 points on like 8 shots or something like that. Insane. Let me get the exact stat of like what he did last game. Last game he went
Who's
crazy.
the better rookie on the Heat now?
Kendrick Nunn.
All right, I guess I need that.
He drops points.
All right, against
They
the
both
Hawks.
dropped points.
Hold on, against the Hawks, Tyler Hero played 29 minutes. He had 29 points. He shot 7 for 9. How you get 29 points on 9 shots? That's insane.
That is.
He's
not even a
he
starter.
had Anthony Davis stat line on God. And then Davis went like what 26 for 27 from the free throw line against the Jazz or whoever.
Yeah,
Grizzlies.
yeah.
That's what it was.
I still don't think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year though. That's a hot take. That he's going to win a Rookie of the Year is a hot take.
I feel like if he stays healthy, he's definitely winning Rookie of the Year.
I think someone's gonna. I think like RJ Barrett's gonna put up better numbers.
No, bro.
Yes.
If RJ Barrett does not score more than 10 points in the game, please. I'm tired of 9. I'm tired of 7. I'm tired of 8.
He scored 19 and 20. He scored 26 points in his first game.
Ooh, against who?
The Celtics.
Alright, that's actually.
He's still averaging like 18.2 points per game. Like if he can get that up to 20 something, he wins. And he's already averaging 6.4 rebounds. Like those are good numbers. And he was the number 2 pick, so he's obviously gonna get like more support than Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Or number 3 pick. John Morant's also having a good year too.
He is.
This is just a good rookie class.
Nah.
Or a rookie class that's getting a lot of opportunities early on.
Nah, I feel like it's gonna be Tyler Hero.
It's good. Definitely be Zion.
All right.
Definitely not going to be Cam Reddish.
It's gonna be Zion.
Oh, it's definitely not gonna be Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish has too many good players on his team, or better players on his team. By then.
I mean, Cam Reddish has had the minutes. He's only averaging like 4 points per game in like 20 plus minutes.
That's probably what I was thinking of instead of RJ. Scoring more than 10 points. I was probably thinking of Cam instead of RJ. My bad, RJ.
My man has all the opportunity to succeed with the Hawks. I feel that'd be a good place for him. Garbage. He's 6 points on 10 shots, 4 points on 7 shots, 6 points on 9 shots. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. He was last game.
Everyone like ignored like that huge ass slump he had for Duke last year.
He did. He had a
That it got.
I don't think it anymore. I think that's why he was drafted so low.
Yeah. But people thought he was gonna have the best career of all the rookies.
Because he was just like, because people already knew what he was. He was a 3D guy.
Yeah, he was already
solid,
solid,
making
yeah.
him a better 3D guy.
Well, I mean, my man had 26 minutes, 6 points, 2 for 10 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, but he had 3 steals. So it's a D. But if he gets 3 going, maybe it'll be decent.
Yeah. All right. So.
Darius Garland's been awful too. Jeez.
Yeah.
As of currently, as they currently stand, I'm not saying.
Can
as
I
far as
before you move on? Can I say something about my boy Jackson Hayes?
Go ahead.
In his first game, he had 24 minutes, 19 points. He shot 82% from the field.
Yeah, I saw that. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Jackson Hayes. Pretty, I think he might be the best center in this draft.
But you also have to look at the scoreboard and what the Pelicans did that game.
How they gave up the lead, like I said they would.
I mean, it's the Pelicans, of course, they did that.
All right, so
Actually, before we move on,
yeah.
if the NBA or assuming the Pelicans get the worst record and end up with #1 pick, they could have LaMelo and Zion on the same team.
Ooh, that'd be clean. Bro, that would be crazy.
That would.
You trade off Lonzo Ball for some picks? What? Trade Lonzo for picks?
Actually,
Or you can keep Lonzo and have
Or trade-
LaMelo and then
or
sign
trade
LiAngelo.
Trade. I go cap. That would be nice.
That would be
nice.
fun television. See the all ball brothers
That would
plus
be
Zion
nice,
on the same
yes.
team.
I mean, also, Arthur and I talked about the fact that Brandon Ingram thought he was going to be the #1 guy on this team when he got here, and he does think that. He's taken 23 shots, 22 shots, and 20 shots.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was
Alright,
averaging
damn,
crazy
James
numbers. I was wondering why he was averaging like 28 points per game. That makes sense.
He's got he has the most points in a 4-game span in Pelicans history.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, James Harden.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's Carmelo then, man.
Brandon Ingram just like going out there and shoot.
Nah,
He hasn't been playing bad though. He's actually playing pretty.
He's
well.
trying to get that contract.
I feel like a lineup Lonzo, LiAngelo, LaMelo, Zion, and Jackson Hayes is killing me.
Right.
that would be like the most fun TV to watch in the NBA since Showtime.
LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo only played together once, and that was Lonzo's senior year of high school, and
that was
they never
literally-
lost.
And that was literally like trending page.
They still never lost.
Didn't even make a roster.
I found that UCLA, if he never left UCLA, I feel like he would have been drafted.
I mean, LiAngelo's still he put up monster numbers in the JV. He averaged like 46, 10, and 10, something like that.
Alright, so I'm speaking currently when I say this. I'm not looking to the future, I'm looking at just now.
Okay, all right.
No quarterback drafted after 2010 is going to the Hall of Fame, is a first ballot Hall of Famer, as of how their career currently stands now.
When was Russell Wilson drafted?
2000.
I feel like he was after 2010.
Yeah, Russell Wilson was drafted after 2010. But as of now, Russell Wilson, if he were to retire, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. If all the quarterbacks if every single starting quarterback was to retire right now, no quarterback drafted after 2010 would be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, the only guys that are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers
Or the old guys.
yeah.
Tom Brady,
Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees.
Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, then. Nah, I can't put Joe Flacco in there.
Joe Flacco didn't even make the Hall of Fame. I don't think he'd be a first ballot.
You don't think he's gonna be the Hall of Fame for real? No. I feel like he could have been on like his like third or fourth year.
No.
Because eventually they
You
just
can't
run.
just be good in the playoffs.
You can't just have a Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
Eli. I definitely.
But Eli's a Manning.
You guys had 2 Super Bowl wins, and also he's like actually started well at the position for some time. And it's still a debate whether he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's not a guaranteed Hall of Famer either.
Do you think Tony Romo's going to the Hall of Fame?
No.
I mean,
Maybe as a broadcaster.
oh yeah, he's an A plus. He's an A plus broadcaster. I agree. Like him.
What about Matt Ryan?
I don't think he's first ballot. I don't think he's first ballot. Definitely not. Yeah, that's the day. I don't feel like that's my thing with Eli and Joe Flacco. I don't think they're first ballot, but they're definitely going to the Hall of Fame just because you don't have Joe Flacco run in the postseason and like not go to the Hall of Fame. Like, and I tell people this all the time. And LeBron's only finals appearance was that 2016 finals appearance. Was the 2016 finals where he came back from 3-1 down and beat the Warriors 4-3. That was the only time he ever went to the finals. He would go to the Hall of Fame just off that finals appearance.
He would go off to the Hall of Fame just with his regular season career. It's the NBA Hall of Fame. It's a basketball Hall of Fame. They let anybody in there.
They let Bill Walton in there. They let Chris Webber in there. So they let anyone in there.
He could have retired after high school.
He's on the string of the height, probably.
Honestly.
That's what Hall of Fame. That's kind of like how hyped he was out of high school. Zion could have gone in off of just YouTube videos alone. Gosh, man, social media. If LeBron was in high school and social media was a thing, that would be freaking wild.
Right.
That would be wild.
I was just looking at the 2013 NFL QB draft, and it has to be one of the worst quarterback drafts ever. 2013. Okay, here you go. You have EJ Manuel.
Oh, yeah, I remember that draft.
First guy off the board.
I
16.
remember that.
Then you have Geno Smith.
Bro, Geno Smith actually wasn't that bad.
Making black people look bad.
Awful. The first 2 was awful for us. Then Mike Glennon.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Matt Barkley.
Oh.
Matt Barkley was nice in college.
He was.
Nice. It was so nice.
Ryan Nassib.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Tyler Wilson
I don't even know who the fuck.
was drafted in the 4th round.
From where?
Arkansas. The Raiders picked him.
Nobody. Who?
Yeah, the Raiders picked him. Tyler Wilson.
Yo, no quarterback out of any SEC school should be trusted. Like none, not a single one. Like I can't tell you a single quarterback in the past like 5 years. Like think about all the quarterbacks who were thought of as good that came out of
AJ McCarron.
Tim Tebow. Like dude, like
Landry Jones was drafted next. Oh my
I
God. Brad Sorensen.
who?
Zach Dystert. BJ Daniels. Sean Renfrey. And Jeff Toole.
Jesus, bro. I remember BJ Daniels though. He was that bronze card that Madden let everybody that forced upon everybody in Madden Mobile.
I mean, I feel like this is probably the latest a quarterback has ever been drafted in a draft. EJ Manuel was the first one off the board, and that was at 16. So I guess everyone knew that was going to be a garbage draft class for quarterbacks.
They was just hoping, honestly.
I mean, this is an awful draft in general. Like, the first pick was Eric Fisher, offensive tackle.
Oh my god.
The next was Luke Jokel, who's another offensive tackle. Then it was Deion Jordan, defensive end for the Dolphins.
He was actually pretty good for a couple years.
Lane Johnson, another offensive tackle.
He's good now.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Ansah for the Lions, defensive end.
He's pretty good.
Okay,
Ziggy.
okay. Barkevius Mingo was the next one.
Yo, that he was like, alright, stop bullshit.
So the
What do you mean,
first
bro?
skill position player wasn't drafted until number 8, and that's Tavon Austin, wide receiver.
He definitely didn't live up
No.
to hype. He's still
Never a
serviceable.
Pro Bowler.
Still serviceable.
Jeez. this
But
is-
also, Jeff Fisher was just a terrible coach. I feel like if Tavon Austin landed at the Rams when Sean McVay was there, he definitely would have been Pro Bowl.
I think he was for a year.
Yeah, as a returner.
Yeah.
But yeah, give Sean McVay, Taylor Austin, see what the fuck he do.
Okay, the best player drafted in the first round in this draft is probably DeAndre Hopkins. He's drafted 27.
Out of Clemson.
Yeah.
That's wild. Clemson has had like a lot of nice wide receivers.
I mean, Zach Ertz is also in this first round. Darius Slay is here. Xavier Rhodes is here. Cordell Patterson is here.
I feel like that goes. I feel like
Eric Reed's here. Sheldon Richardson.
I feel like that
Manti
goes.
Te'o, second round.
Ooh, beast.
Manti Te'o's cheap, but nah, I feel like that goes unnoticed a lot. Clemson has really good wide receivers in the league.
I'm trying to think who went to Clemson.
You have Sammy Watkins,
Oh, yeah.
D Hop.
Do you think they produce better wide receivers than Alabama?
Nah, not better than LSU. Why are you laughing? Odell and Jarvis Landry both came out of LSU.
Alabama didn't have what? Julio, Amari,
Alabama had Julio, Amari Cooper.
Calvin Ridley.
No, I'm thinking of his brother. Might be. Hold on a second.
Alright. I mean, since y'all don't have LSU wide receivers here.
AJ Green went to Georgia.
Went to Georgia.
That's why you can't trust SEC quarterbacks, but you can sure as hell trust the
Wide
wide receivers.
receivers.
That's really wild.
Yeah.
Bro. That is hilarious. But alright, so with Steph Curry's injury, you knew it was coming.
With his injury, are the Suns better than the Warriors?
This is even a worse team. He's gonna ask a worse team than the Suns.
I was just gonna ask if they were the worst team in Cali, but hey, that's a much better question.
They're not worse than the winless Kings.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like once the Kings get it clinking, they'll be better than the Warriors.
Bro, you forgot that they have D'Angelo Russell and Draymond Green there still.
Yeah, that's still two more All-Stars than that's two more All-Stars than the Kings.
I could give you De'Aaron Fox buckets, Buddy Hield buckets,
Buddy
Marcus
Hield.
Bagley blocks, Harrison Barnes buckets.
How many All-Star appearances does the Kings roster have total? Harrison Barnes 0, Namanji Bielinka 0, Rashawn Holmes 0, Buddy Hield 0, De'Aaron Fox 0, Bogdan Bogdanovic 0, Trevor Ariza 0, Corey Joseph 0, Dwayne Dedman 0, Wenyen Gabriel 0. That's the Kings roster, or at least their rotation.
Bro, Wenyen Gabriel is nice for Kentucky,
Yeah,
bro.
a solid 2 points in 3 minutes.
Jeez, but nah, Wenyen Gabriel was nice for Kentucky.
They lost to the Hornets. Yeah, this team is not good.
Tell you, Devontae Graham on the Hornets. Somebody y'all gotta watch out for. I'm telling you.
Plus,
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say Willie Cauley-Steins and the Warriors is now.
Oh, I forgot he was on the Warriors. Damn.
Plus, Luke Walton's the coach of the Kings. He's not a good coach.
Oh,
He's not. He's terrible.
Jeez.
He did nothing for the Lakers.
Yeah, well, the Lakers are trash. That's why.
He had LeBron James.
hold on. You always this is the argument you make. So, are Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and whoever we got,
Josh Hart.
bad or are they not? Because when they're bad, they're bad when they're on the Pelicans, but they're good when they're on the Lakers.
Yes,
But they're also bad when they're on the Lakers. Like, oh, they're good. Luke Walton's a sheet coach, so he can do anything.
Okay, what I believe is that when the Lakers traded with the Cavaliers, that completely fucked up that roster.
Which trade?
When they traded Jordan Clarkson and Larry
Yeah,
Nance,
Isaiah Thomas
that
trade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that completely fucked up that roster.
I mean, you think they should have held on to Jordan Clarkson though?
And Nance, yes, of course, definitely. Let's think about it. If you hold on to, because you could have had Jordan Clarkson playing 2, Lonzo running point, Bi at 3, Larry Nance or Kuzma at the 4 and 5. Choose which one. That's a good young starting 5 for the Lakers. And then if LeBron comes in during free agency, you can put either Nance, Kuzma, or Bi on the bench. Like that's a good lineup for me.
I think that's still like what the Pelicans are now, like a 10 seed.
Now Zion. Now with new Brandon Ingram.
And then they never dealt Julius Randle. They should just give Duke Bro his money. You weren't going to use it for anybody else. Who'd you give it to? Brook Lopez?
I mean, they definitely should.
Y'all didn't even use him correctly.
They didn't, I'm so glad that the Pelicans didn't give him money either because he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, he puts up numbers,
Yeah.
but he's not like worth the money.
He's not worth it.
He loses more games than he wins, I think.
Yeah. He's small without having like the ability to defend the way Draymond does.
Yeah.
I mean, he can score better, but like
He's erratic when he handles the ball.
yeah,
Can't shoot.
he can't shoot. He's just like strong and big and tenacious around the basket. So
All right. So
just here watching Brandon Ingram highlights. We won that trade.
Did you? Man, my boy AD went off against the Grizzlies.
I feel like both of y'all won that trade for what both teams are trying
Corner
to do.
3, drained it.
For what both teams?
I'm pretty sure Brandon Ingram's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. And Lonzo Ball has 2 bad ligaments, according to Alan Foster.
Who's Alan Foster?
The guy who
who
ripped them off
scammed.
for $1 million.
He made a YouTube channel exposing the Ball family and all the like health issues that they have.
Nah, fuck that dude, bro. That's some shady ass shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, he might be saying fact, but I would never.
Nah, I never give him any credit for that.
What I can say, I wouldn't shake his hand with a broke hand. Fuck that.
Look at my man. Pull up 3, drained it. Easy.
All right, so
Here we go, guys. Another 3.
I'm so glad y'all have him.
Me too. Look at him.
all right, so
Oh, y'all talking about KD? Look at my man BI. Easy. With the assist too.
it is a very strong possibility that.
Look at the pass. Oh man, I'm sorry. This
All right,
is
relax. Relax. All right. There's a very strong possibility that Tom Brady faces both of his disciples in the playoffs this year.
Who are his disciples? Oh,
Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy G.
yeah.
I mean, you're still gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still going to beat them, but it's still going to be nice to see what
Yeah,
could
I
have been.
would.
You think Bill Belichick is going to give him hugs? Or
Yeah, I
give
think
him-
he likes Jimmy Garoppolo a lot. I think he wanted Jimmy Garoppolo to stay.
What about Jacoby Brissett? I feel like Jacoby Brissett was definitely like the innocent bystander of that whole.
Yeah, but Jacoby Brissett still like, of all the things that could happen in his career, he still had a nice career for a backup. Like all of a sudden, he's inheriting the Colts, who are like legitimately like Super Bowl contenders. So, yeah.
That's crazy if you think about it, because literally the Colts have 2 of the Patriots' like longest standing backups in Brian Hoyer and Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Because I believe Brian Hoyer was there, then he left, played trash for Cleveland, played trash for the Texans, and it was like, Belichick, take me back.
All right, man. My man Brandon Ingram is averaging 27 on 50-50-73 with 9.5 rebounds and 5 assists and a block and a half.
He's literally.
How many wins does he have?
He's literally.
Basketball's a team game.
Wait, so what I want to use that? Okay, whatever. Whatever. All right, so now I'm gonna give y'all some game simulations.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just bring up the scenario, and y'all can set the time where you think you will win. All right. First off, the Patriots team that was 16-0 for last year's Chiefs.
Patriots team that went
16-0 and lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
or last year's Chiefs.
The Patriots team.
Yeah, because the Chiefs lost to the Rams.
And they lost to the Patriots.
Okay, I can see that. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that game would be as fun as I think it would be.
No, it'd still be a good game. Like the Chiefs were still amazing last year.
All right. Kawhi Spurs versus Kawhi's Clippers.
Like peak Kawhi Clippers with Tim Duncan, or like
Kawhi Spurs that beat LeBron when he was on the Heat.
So Kawhi, yeah, that's tough. I think
Versus
Kawhi
Kawhi
Spurs.
Spurs.
I think Kawhi Spurs.
Yeah, I
Because they
think
have
Kawhi
Popovich.
Spurs as well. Yeah,
Popovich over Doc Rivers.
I
Any
agree
day
with
of the
that.
week.
All right. Cam Newton's Auburn versus current day Clemson.
Cam Newton's Auburn against
That's a good
current
team.
day Clemson. Cam Newton's Auburn.
All right.
Yeah.
The Browns that went 0-16 versus the Miami Dolphins of this year.
That's
That's a draw.
that's the toughest one. Ooh. Give my boy the Hebrew Hammer, Josh Rosen, the benefit of the doubt. He gets the dub.
Josh Rosen's even starting.
So?
Oh, because it's Fitzmagic, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, he's back on that team?
Bro, he's been on the
Yeah.
team the whole season.
Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
It was like Fitzmagic started, and then he got benched for Rosen, and then Rosen got benched for Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
And they almost beat the Bills.
Josh Rosen comes to the Saints.
Y'all can have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's training for like a 5th round pick next year. He's still gonna only be like 23.
Yeah. Okay, so Dak Prescott's Cowboys versus Tony Romo's Cowboys.
Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, Dak Prescott's Cowboys. I feel like if Tony Romo would have come back to the first year Dak Prescott team, that they would have won a Super Bowl.
Really? You
Yeah.
think they'd be that good?
They've been really good, but
I don't know.
well, I don't know.
Because
if
you have to think. They lost to Aaron Rodgers, throwing one of the best throwing
Yeah, I remember
balls,
that
one
game.
of the best sideline catches
Yeah.
in Super Bowl playoff history. I don't know. I feel like if that game was played again, if it was like a best out of 3, the Cowboys would win like the next 2 games. I truly feel like that was on like the luckiest.
That was a crazy. That was a crazy throw and a crazy catch.
All right, 2012 Heat versus the 2016 Cavaliers.
12 Heat.
12 Heat, yeah.
They have the big 3.
But yeah.
The 16 Cavs kind of got lucky.
I mean, they looking pretty nice.
The 16
The
Cavs only
16
won
Cavs.
because Draymond got
Yeah,
suspended.
because Draymond was suspended, exactly.
I don't know. I was leaning towards the Cavs because they have more people. They have, in my eyes, they have more players that could have made an impact.
I mean, the only edge.
My man, they had Birdman on the team. Tell me someone can be more impact than Birdman?
Birdman, me, Tristan Thompson at the rim for.
Nah, Birdman winning that at the rim.
I don't know.
The only edge is that like LeBron was a better player in 16 than he was in 12. Like in 12,
Yeah.
he wasn't like the player he is.
All right. So you have. All right. So you have Nick Saban's Alabama against the Dolphins this year.
I think the Dolphins get the dub.
I don't know. Would the Dolphins try?
Yes.
That's a good question.
I feel like for their honor they would. Like they can't have a college team beating them. I feel like that's how they feel.
All right.
It's like boys versus men.
Who would win in a 2-on-2? Giannis and LeBron?
Giannis
Yep.
and LeBron.
Yeah. LeBron.
Giannis and LeBron.
I was about to say or Zion and KD, but obviously it's Giannis and LeBron.
Unless, I mean, like KD's the only real shooter.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like Giannis would do a decent job on defense.
And I think Zion would get bodied that game.
Yeah.
He's only 6'6".
Yeah, that's true. All right, who would win? Mike Vick's Eagles or Mike Vick's Falcons?
Mike Vick's Falcons.
Yeah. Yeah, he was better at the Falcons.
Even though no dogfighting, Mike Vick on the Eagles would have been cold. Like, if he had his prime years,
Yeah.
I feel like his prime kind of cut short because of dogfighting, but I feel like if he had his prime years on the Eagles,
Oh yeah, because then he would have.
The Eagles had the dream
Owens.
team.
He
Yeah.
had Terrell Owens on that shit too.
yeah.
They was nasty with it.
Was it him that had that one game against the Redskins where he just went crazy? Which Eagles quarterback was that? They just had like 550 yards, like 5 touchdowns against the Redskins. Deshaun Jackson had like 250 yards receiving or something like that.
It may have been.
I can't remember the game exactly. It was like a Monday night game.
Kind of. Yeah, it was. It was him. You're right. I'm pretty sure it was him. It's a shame that team never went to like the playoffs or anything. Because I mean, not with the playoffs, but never went to the Super Bowl. Because that seems fucking lethal.
Yeah. Yeah, LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson.
Oh yeah, LaShawn McCoy was literally a cheat code.
He was.
A cheat code. He was a cheat code in real life and in Madden. Oh my gosh, that team is so fucking good. It's unreal how good that team was.
Yeah.
All right, who would win, Tracy and Vince's Raptors or the Raptors of current day?
Rap.
Oh no,
Wait.
Tracy and
Are you talking about the Raptors post Kawhi?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tracy McGrady.
Yeah. This Raptors team is not that good. They've just had an easy schedule.
Who will win, the Rockets with Yao Ming and Tracy, or last year's Rockets? The Rockets without Westbrook.
Just Harden and Capella. I'm gonna take Harden.
Yeah.
Cause that Rockets team never won anything. Like, or even came that close.
Yeah. I see it. I'm trying to think of who else.
Here you go. I think I found the game.
Was it Mike Vick or was it Donovan McNabb?
I think it was Mike Vick.
Was it McNabb with Washington?
Yeah, he was. All right, the Eagles won 59-28. Mike Vick was 20 for 20. Okay, it wasn't as impressive the game as I remember, but he was 20 for 28 with 333 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That's so impressive.
But they started off like 28-0. So
Jesus.
yeah, that's what I remember. The first play of the game was Deshaun Jackson from Mike Vick, 88-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that shit is legendary.
Yeah.
That shit was so legendary. Oh my gosh. All right, well, that's all I have for the podcast. So, any final remarks? Anything you would like to add before I put this shit in Adobe?
How'd the editing go last time?
Yo, all right. So let me tell you what happened in episode 1. All right. So I tried to put it in Audacity, and literally Audacity was like, "Oh, we don't take like the M4A file, so you have to make it into a wave." I'm like, "All right, cool. That's no problem. I can find free online converters, no sweat." So that's what I do. But to convert a WAV file, it may have just been my computer. So I think I converted the 2 of yours first, right? Shit took me 2.5 hours to get both of them done. I was like, man, okay. And then so I tried to download Arthur's and I converted that one. It literally failed 3 separate times, and that all in itself took me like 2 to 3 hours. This is after we already shot this shit, and I gotta wake up Monday morning because I have Spanish. I ended up not making Spanish because I was but I made it to Pat's class. Actually, I was late to that class too.
Yeah,
I
you
missed
were.
morning meditation, but it's whatever. You know, she didn't seem too upset. And then
She literally said, when jobs look at hiring people, they look at people who are on time.
She definitely slided me. I was like the one day I show up late, and that's the
Right.
day. Choose to slight.
Nah, she subbed you. Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it was no hard feelings.
Also, I got some advice from a listener, potential listener. They said that you should also post it on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Did you post on SoundCloud last time?
Nah. Okay, so here's the thing about SoundCloud. With SoundCloud, you only have 400 minutes on like the free plan or whatever.
Yeah.
So the first episode was like 110. This one's probably gonna be like 100 plus.
Yeah.
That means by proxy, I can only post like 1.5 more episodes before I have to like start paying for the shit. I don't feel like paying for the shit. So
it's not going on
SoundCloud. I mean, unless I feel like chopping it up into highlights, which that's gonna require me to listen to the whole thing.
Michael just admitted he doesn't listen to the whole podcast.
Yeah, I literally don't listen to it. Honestly, like when you guys like send me your separate copies, I just like splice it up and make sure like it all like sounds good. Like nobody is like doubled up or like there's no delay, and then it gets exported. Like I do. Why would I put myself through that much hard work? No.
Yeah, why would you listen to this? Exactly.
Why would I listen to this podcast?
Right.
Nah, I mean I definitely like listen to it, but I listen to it like sporadically. But when I'm editing it, I don't listen to it. I just like try to like put it all together and then I export it. Cause But yeah, so back to how long this shit took me. And then so I do all of that work, right? And so you finished recording at what, like 10 o'clock?
Sure, I don't know.
Oh, sure, yeah. By 3:30 in the morning, it's finally done. I'm like, all right, cool, it's going in Audacity. I put it in Audacity, right? It crashes the first time. So I'm like, fuck, all right, please don't do this to me. So I do it again, but this time I save it before it can like buffer and crash. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now I have my tracks on the thing, so I can just go in and then edit freely. I open it. It literally crashes as soon as it opens. Like, it doesn't even let me open it. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So then I go into iLab the day, I think it was the Monday. I did it like right after Patton's class, I believe. Yeah, I did it right after Patton's class because I had to print something. And I was like, might as well. So I go in there and literally I just like take everything from like your emails. I don't have to convert it at all. I just drag it into Adobe, splice it up. Literally took me like 30, 45 minutes. And I'm like, are you serious? I could have done this on Sunday. Okay, it's still the I'm Not Lying podcast. I didn't lie.
So did anyone listen to it?
I listened, like I said, I listened to it after I released it. I listen to it. I just don't listen to the whole thing as I'm editing because there's no point. Honestly, when I'm editing it, though, I'm listening to make sure like all the voices like sync up, to make sure like it doesn't like sound off.
Yeah, I listened to it once, but not all the way through. I listened to part of it.
Yeah,
I was kind of scared to listen to it just because.
Listen to your own voice.
And sound quality.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like I said, this is some grassroots shit. Started from the bottom down here.
Did it sound echoey?
Sometimes.
You know what I should do? I should play the podcast on top of this one just to make sure that I ruin the sound quality of this one as well.
Right.
I gotta go home. Sorry.
Wow. Way to be a team player, Brittany. I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Now I think about this in retrospect.
Yeah, that is a good.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, that's smart.
All right, episode 3. We're putting our phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, bet. When are we shooting episode 3?
Probably next week.
Should I FaceTime in Nate? Give him the last 10 minutes before he goes to bed.
Nah, Morgan really tried to come for me about my sleep schedule.
Bro, yours is kind of wild.
No, okay, so the thing was, I wasn't up at 5 a.m. because I didn't sleep. I was up at 5 a.m. because I woke up at 5 a.m. Like,
What time did you go to bed?
Like at 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was dead tired.
What time did you go to bed the day before?
Oh, okay, so.
Why were you dead tired? Look at my
Okay,
guy.
no, hold on, let me think. So 5 a.m.
Yo,
what's good? You guys working on the podcast?
yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Wait, is it recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys put me on the spot a little bit. What's the topic?
We're just literally just like making our ending remarks.
Yeah, we're going through a 45-minute ending remark right now.
A 45-minute ending remark. Tell everybody I say, hey, it's a shame I can't be on the look at shame I can't be on this week, boys, but I'm clocking in hard next week. I plan to take up most of the air time. What'd you guys think of the topics? I like Michael's either ors. He had some good ones.
This one, the best either or was who would win a game of pickup basketball, the Little Rascals.
Bro, that was
The Little Giants.
The Little Giants.
What about the Bill Belichick Hue Jackson one? I thought that one was really good, to be honest.
Yeah, who do you think?
Oh, Belichick. Easy.
Yeah, exactly. He said Belichick.
He's the GOAT.
Exactly.
Are the Suns better right now than the Warriors? Warriors don't have Steph.
Yes.
Warriors don't have Steph.
Without Steph, yes, they are.
I mean, Nate doesn't
I
know
feel
good
like-
basketball.
I
He's
feel
a Bulls fan.
I mean, I feel like the Suns are also more organized.
Watch when my city got some hitters again. It's going to be sad for y'all, I'm telling you.
Well, we'll wait 20, 30 years for that.
I set y'all up for that. That's a good call. I set y'all up.
Well, hold on now. I'm really trying to think why was I so tired on Tuesday?
Yeah, we're talking about sleep schedules now.
What? Schedules? Oh, so I have the best one. I clock easily 10 to 12 hours a night.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we got you right before you went to sleep. So
Fucking asshole. Yeah, I got about an hour left.
Yeah, I know last night was kind of rough for you with the play. You didn't get out to like 8:30.
What I was about to say, was he nodding off during production?
Right.
My man had hit sound cues. He's like trying to stay awake. Like, Nick, come on, you gotta stay awake to these sounds.
No, I was dead.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all my granddad's pictures for Patton's class right now.
Oh yeah, I need to get that together.
My nigga was dark.
Fuck. Damn, you should. Damn, that's such an easy project. Just work on your family.
I just had my mom send me hella pictures of my granddad. I'm done.
Damn, I should do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What time? What was actual time on Tuesday? What was Tuesday?
You're still trying to figure that out?
Yes. Okay, so I know Tuesday's my long day. I know that. Oh, I know what happened. Because I took like a stupid nap. Cause
Wait, how's it your long day when you had time to take a nap?
no, Monday I took a stupid. Okay, so my thing is, so Tuesday is my longest day because I go from 9:40 to 3:30 straight with no stops.
Okay.
So Monday, since I woke Monday, like I woke up late, so I went through my day, and then I ate, and then I slept, and then I woke up.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll hand Nate the mic.
Are we still supposed to be recording?
I don't know. I was recording.
Okay, cool. Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so I'm trying to think. I really can't think about what happened on Monday or Tuesday. Cause I know Wednesday. Oh,
Tuesday we had audio class.
No, we have it off on Tuesday.
What?
Yeah, she gave us Tuesday off.
She gave you guys Tuesday off.
No, she gave everybody Tuesday off, cuz.
Who?
Nah, she ain't give us Tuesday off, folks.
I thought it was the whole class got Tuesday.
Nah, just the people who did the live production. People who edited still got to edit, folks.
Well, I will not speak on that.
Yeah, man, it's the biggest finesse of my time ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't even feel like I'm halfway done. I only have like
Yeah, I
2
know.
days left.
Oh shit.
Wait, let me see when the turn-in date is, because I know she moved it.
I'm so not ready for that thing to be done. Yeah. So okay, so I got it down. So Tuesday, what happened was, Tuesday I got some pasta, and then cause I did something after class on Tuesday that is like slipping my mind right now. But I know I did something after class on Tuesday because I was able, cause like there was like a quick line to go to get some pasta. So I got some pasta, ate said pasta, and then I went to my dorm just straight knocked the fuck out. And then I woke up, I was like, there's no reason for me to be up. So I stayed up for like an hour and a half. I think I played some video games or something, and I went right back to sleep. And I woke up at 5, and I was like, I should probably do my laundry now, because I didn't have Spanish class. So I got up, I went to Spanish. Did my laundry, and yeah, that's why I was up at 5 o'clock. Well, yeah, Nate. I can't go to sleep at 8 o'clock. Unless like
honestly, it's a bit of a cycle at this point. Like I've done it so many times, like I'm just pissed tired by the time 7:30.
What time did you go to sleep in high school?
3:30.
As soon as the bell rang.
It was later. But I woke up crazy early in high school. Like my younger brother, I don't know, he just got some tweak shit in his head where he like consistently wakes up at like 4. So I was up really by like 5:30 every morning.
Bro,
that
that
was
is
like
wild.
very consistent.
That is wild. Because my high school didn't start until like 9 o'clock. So like at 8 o'clock, I was up. That's why these 8 a.m.s be fucking blowing me. Because I'm like, I literally did not have to wake up this early for all 4 years of high school.
Damn, that's tough.
And then we used to do late-ins where school didn't start until 10. So I didn't have to wake up till like 9.
Oh my god. And then I still have to do a whole bunch of shit right now. Arthur, you didn't go in the office today?
No, I'm coming in tomorrow.
Yeah. I didn't either. I thought I was going to go after this.
Yeah,
After this history thing.
You still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, what was the idea for episode 3? I can't remember. Were we doing something? Oh, putting our phones in Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of this episode. Next episode, we're putting on phones.
When are we recording? We should hike-y record the next podcast like on Monday. Like after Patton's.
We don't have Patton's class.
Yeah, we can
Or
just
like
do it during Patton's.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
do it during past
shit.
class.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, I ain't doing
That way we can
Yeah.
go ahead. I can go ahead and stack some up, so we can just have them ready to ship out.
Yeah.
that. Oh, you have a schedule for this?
I don't have a. I mean, I have a schedule. I would like to release them every Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or just every week. Cause so my website. I used to do it in between Sunday and Tuesday, just as long as in between that 3 day frame. But I'm like, nah, I'm just do it on make sure it's uploaded by Tuesday.
Word. Yeah.
So like on Tuesday at like afternoon, it's uploading, ready to go. But yeah, so we can record that, and then I'm gonna try to have them to where it's not so time sensitive. It's not time sensitive at all, so that way like.
Not time sensitive.
So like, so.
Hey, you keep asking questions like Little Rascals or Little Giants could be evergreen forever.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like it doesn't like I can have that episode, but I can release it like a month or two from now, and just have that stacked up just on the back burner, just ready.
What the hell is this thing doing?
Do you guys see how boxy I looked right there? I look so boxy.
What?
Oh, sorry, I thought you all were talking about me.
No.
No.
Of course not. The fuck? Oh shit, my bad.
Oh, shit, I'm tired. Tie.
Yeah, we know you're tired.
You know what's a non-time sensitive topic?
What?
The time Nate missed 7 extra points or 8 extra points.
Well, that's crazy.
Bro, all right, that's definitely a topic for the next
Oh
episode.
my goodness.
Nate, Nate, next episode, on Monday, you're gonna tell us that story.
Yeah.
You're gonna release to the podcast how the
Okay, but I'm
fuck
gonna tell
did
the
you
truth.
miss 7
I'm
extra
just saying that I was
points
100%
in a single game and still
that
keep
game.
your job?
1-4-8 that game. We have to get the whole truth. I was literally 100. I was like 20 for 20 on field goals, extra points up into that game.
That makes it worse.
I don't know, something like somebody put some voodoo on me, and I went.
See, that's not even Cody Parkey because Cody Parkey was shaky before he Cody Parkey. Like
So
that.
Be consistent.
That was literally like Justin Tucker against the Saints last year. Dude was like perfect, and then he decides to shank one and gives the Saints the win. Like,
We won still. You guys are on bullshit with me, and I can't stand.
bro, if you guys saw my tweet about Nate missing the extra points, it was literally with the
that
gif
shit
of
was
Cody
so-
Parkey missing the extra point.
Yo, get my man on frazzle right before bed. You know how bad
Yeah, I'm saying, bro.
You're right.
And I still got work.
Nate's not taking medication, so he can call back. Old man Nate.
Everything.
Old man Nate.
Grandpa Nate.
Grandpa Nate.
Old man river.
Oh man, this is golden.
Y'all also salty because I can sing, and that I can understand. I'd be salty too.
Nah, they're actually saying my voice is better, so.
Nobody has said that ever.
Nah, they said, Maria, I'll be Maria for us real quick. I said,
They did say that. They did say
I
that.
would, but.
I know I don't have a voice for radio, but I don't care. I do not care in the slightest.
I mean, does Stephen A. Smith have a voice for radio?
Fuck no.
He still got a podcast.
Does anyone at ESPN have a voice for radio?
No, not really.
I think Fox Sports is better anyways.
I just feel like it's more engaging socially. I feel like it's
Socially?
like social media influence. Like Shannon is probably the top sports caster as far as like social media.
Yeah.
Skip is probably second. I give Stephen A third. Everyone
No,
else.
Stephen A. is definitely above Skip. Right.
Bro, Drip
Are they
Bayless.
intellectual sportscasters?
No, so it's like their presence on social media.
Yeah, Stephen A. is definitely higher than Skip Bayless.
Drip Bayless? We what?
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
No.
Skip has a better ratio when it comes to followers to follow him.
Yeah, I feel like
Twitter.
he's
Only because Skip Bayless doesn't follow anybody.
Well, but Stephen A. only follows like 4 people though, right? He only follows like General Hospital.
Damn, they're both assholes.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Stephen A. only follows like 4 or 5 people too.
Nah.
8.
Yeah.
As many as Professor Kendrick.
Yeah.
Right, you still follow Professor Kendrick on
Yeah.
Twitter, bro? I need to follow
What's
that.
he up to?
All right, no.
What is he?
Nothing. He doesn't post anything. He hasn't posted since he left.
Signing off. Till Monday.
Because,
All right.
All right. Nighty night.
night. All in the bed bugs, right? But nah, in my visual media literacy group chat, he still like post shit sometimes.
Yeah, he posts it on occasion. I don't know where he lives though. What he's up to.
I think he lives in. I know he think he lived in Virginia.
Yeah, I went to his apartment once.
Bermuda?
Virginia.
Oh.
What?
I'm like, I thought you lived in Cuba by now.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty valid if he did live in Cuba. I would believe that. That would explain his sporadic social media presence.
Yeah.
Whenever he travels somewhere that has Wi-Fi, he just says something, let people know he's alive. Who knows, man? Kendrick could be teaching at a completely different HBCU. We just don't know about
He
it.
may just be in witness protection or something.
He probably said something confidential. Like now, he probably like witnessed something. Or you know what? He might be doing that car dealership shit with his family. He never told y'all that story?
Yeah, he did actually.
He might be living that's like doing that shit.
In Alabama?
Bro, car dealerships make money no matter where you are.
But Alabama?
Think about it. You sell 10, 25,000 $25,000 cars in a month. That's $250 a month.
That's true.
Taxes may take out like 40%. That's $150
Still over $1 million.
per year. Yeah.
Yeah, but just so y'all know, we've been saying bye and close out the podcast for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So we
All right,
close
bye,
the
guys.
podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we'll see y'all guys next week.
All right.